Building Character is brought to you by the United States Marine Corps.
I said it's over. We're never playing again.
October 5th, 2017. The 15th play of what seemed like just another football game brought Linfield Christian quarterback Alex Ruiz the most excruciating pain of his life.
Saw him get hit, and then he got turned around a little bit. I just knew it was bad.
I grabbed my leg at the femur, and I just kind of lifted it up to see, and my leg just flopped at a hard 90 right at my knee.
But the pain he felt cut deeper than the surface.
Your first thought was football?
It wasn't, am I gonna lose my leg? It was, I'm not gonna play again. It felt like a dream. Like I was just expecting to wake up in my bed.
But the nightmare was far from over. A complete knee dislocation and torn artery, multiple surgeries and complications, leaving the 16-year-old trapped in a hospital bed for 6 weeks and faced with a defining choice.
That was like my first real life decision. The doctor kind of said, it's all on me. I'm not gonna make the decision for you. Your parents aren't gonna make the decision for you.
The option to keep his limp leg and wear a boot for the rest of his life.
And that just didn't really sound like a life I wanted.
Or have it removed.
Just get an amputation and start learning how to run with a prosthetic and get back on my feet.
A decision Alex felt gave him the best chance at regaining the active life he once knew.
I broke. Thinking about a 16-year-old young man making that choice. He asked me to stop crying. And then he said something he had to do.
What was your biggest fear about the amputation?
How people looked, like people I didn't know. Not that I really cared, it was just, I didn't want people to really treat me differently just because I'm missing my leg.
But the word handicapped isn't in Alex's vocabulary. And even in his toughest moments, he was a source of strength for others.
And he said, you know, don't treat me like I'm special. Don't treat me any different. So please, you know, don't cry. Let's, you know, we're gonna be all right. The tears got to dry up because my soldiers saying, hey, stop.
I didn't want to be held back. I wanted to be able to do what I did again. Like, I would do anything to give the opportunity to play that game again. Like, anything I want to do, they make a leg for it, and that's how I kind of looked at it. As long as I can just clip it in and go, that's so much better than having to drag around a leg that doesn't work. Like, the amount of frustration I had within the 6 weeks of a foot not working, I didn't know how I could deal the rest of my life with that.
And though what he's been through could have been viewed as a loss, it's something that Alex chose to see as a gain.
There's a lot of opportunities that have come my way, and that's what I'm most grateful for. Is the people I've met through this, I never ever would have had a chance of meeting without this. A lot of local amputees like come by my house and like we hung out outside of my house. They just kind of showed me that life continues on and like you can still be happy. That was my biggest thing. Is like they showed me that life is still worth living, like it's still a good life.
And now, just weeks away from receiving his prosthetic leg, Alex looks back at his journey, turning the page to the new road ahead.
Just now that I can, like knowing I can't take anything for granted, like even walking, like it's a simple thing, but I think when I take that first step, like I'll have that burden taken off my shoulders.
How has this changed your perspective on life?
It just makes me grateful, humbles me. Not many 17-year-olds can say they've been through what I've been through.
And how do you feel like this has made you a stronger person?
Just my mentality of life, like I can do anything I want to do.
And to know that you are an inspiration to many people, how does that make you feel?
Different. I don't really look at it as I'm an inspiration. I don't really work for that. It's a challenge for me, and I want to prove to myself that I can do the things that I want to do, and I want to prove the people that say I can do it right. And the people that are rooting for me, I want to do right by them. They've helped me in so many ways. I want to give back to them. And if I'm inspiring people on the way, like that's just a whole nother bonus. Like I can't explain how that feels to me to know that people look at me as an inspiration, just because I find so many inspirations in other people and what they've been through. And I look at stories, and that's what drives me.